All right, guys, welcome to the stream. Just going to be looking at the market and going over a couple of things here into the open, and then maybe stay on for a little bit longer. I'm not going to trade the open. I think it's very risky to trade the open. It's just like an auction period. You don't know if it's going to go up, you don't know if it's going to go down. That being said, I have obviously taken trades off of the open, especially if there's a nice setup where it's opening at the lows or the market is strong. But right now, I'm not so convinced of those things because the VIX is up, the dollar is up, bond yields are up. Overseas, we saw some pretty bad uh, economic numbers for the CPI in the Eurozone, much hotter than expected year over year, and the core CPI as well. So the bond yields have been going up all morning. That's not usually a great sign for the equity market. That being said, bonds were up on Friday, and the market was had a great day. So sometimes these things can start to diverge from each other, but they have really been inversely correlated, definitely all year long. But if the market is strong, like we saw, then it didn't really matter. Good news is good news, bad news is good news in a market that's rallying. So, that being said, we're kind of in like, this middle ground here. I don't know. I don't know where the market is going. We're under VWAP on SPY. We're under a key level on SPY. That next level down for me is 385 on SPY. And that's just the top here. It was support back here. And now that is a key level. When you see these spots where you have supply and then you have a breakout of it, a retest of it, I'll just zoom in. So you break out of it, kind of chop around, test it, and then break on out. So that's a key level. The lows of the pre-market are down here. I'd like to put this out as well around 386, 386.50, just so I'm aware. If we do come on up, where we can possibly see support coming on down. If anyone's watching right now, hit up this chat real quick for me. I want to make sure it's working. I had some trouble with it at the start of Friday's live stream. So I took two trades already. One trade, and both were shorts. I took two shorts over here. One, I got stopped out at the worst time before the move that I was expecting to happen actually happened. I got stopped out on this candle right here. So I like to go short. So if I'm looking at the 9, right? You're seeing momentum, all along the 9 EMA. It starts to break down under the 9, and then the 9 EMA on the 1-minute chart, it starts to act a little bit as resistance. So I got in for this further breakdown. Right when I got in, it chopped around a little bit, and then in these, 2 minutes here, just popped on through. I got stopped out. Got to put stops on. You got to keep it tight. This was an $80 loser. And then I got short again for this break right here. So if we just put a line, draw a line here, you can see once it broke this, it broke down. And it came all the way down to my key level here of 1843. You can see it's been chopping around this area a lot. This is a very key area, key level that I like to look at for the Russell. So anyway, my second trade here, I did get short. This was a $110 winner, and now I'm sitting on the plus side of profitability, which is nice, especially after that first kind of losing trade. By the way, it is Halloween, so happy Halloween. My kids are dressed up as Top Gun with the whole flight suit and all that stuff. The kids love Halloween. I mean, what's not to love? So 2 minutes to the bell here. As far as the pre-market leading gappers, I did not love any of these. I was thinking about taking a trade, but just nothing was great. I mean, you have GameStop making a move in the pre-market, up over 10%, up over 11% right now. But I don't really care. I don't really care to trade this at all. So no trades on the momentum stocks for me this morning. Just didn't really, I mean, the catalysts weren't that great. Nothing was really jumping out at me here. But we will be watching the Russell, see if I could grab just a couple of scalp trades. Last week was a very good week, all green days for me. So I'm going to come in here. I have a bit of confidence, and, you know, we'll see what happens. So just so you guys know how this works, this is the futures. This one candle here from 1842 all the way up, it's just about a 2-point move. That's $100 green candle right here. Each point is $50. Each tick, you see here, each tick is $5. So there's 10 ticks, obviously, in a point, $50. So you can see, I mean, there's a lot of money that could be made, but you have to manage risk when trading futures, especially the big, like the regular E-minis. Let's see what the bond yields are doing. 4.05. Let's see what the dollar's doing, what the VIX is doing, the VIX and the dollar. So the VIX gapped up, right? So when the VIX goes up, the market goes down. Here's the bell and the dollar. The dollar has been also rallying for the last couple days. So we'll see. Look at that dip right there. Down to 1838, all the way back up. See, that's why you can't, how do you manage risk when you have a candle like that? How do you manage risk? It depends if you're going short or long. You don't know if it's going down, if it's going up. Here's the SPY here. Opened at pre-market lows. We'll see if it does break down here or if it goes up. That's why I don't trade the open. It's impossible to know direction. And trading a product like this, very hard to manage risk. You could make a good amount of money, but you know, if you're somebody that struggles to take a loss, don't do it, because you'll just sit in a big L. You got the SPY trying to hold on, pushed up into VWAP over here. This is the 5-minute chart. We're only 1 minute into trading, so yeah, buckle up. Right into VWAP and sold off. So I like to wait, let things shake out a little bit right off the open, let direction become a little clearer, and then start to look for entries. It does look like, go back here. It does look like this one had a nice gap and go here. This is a nice, very nice move here, right off the open. I like to add up and see how much money I could have potentially made off of a trade like this. It really makes me feel great. Ugh, nice. Hopefully some people got that. I'm sure some people got it. I'm sure some people got stopped out. Love the movement in these things. And this one is, it says here on Thinkorswim that the float is 4 million. That's very ideal to see really, really big outsized moves. So there you go. You got SPY breaking down. You have a minute and 30 seconds before this 5-minute candle closes. So we'll keep an eye on that. Going back to the Russell, look at that. From 1850 down to 1838. Big moves, big moves. 1850 was kind of that pre-market sort of, pivot point here. Pretty good little head and shoulders here too on the 1 minute that formed. Erase this. And there you go, SPY getting green on the candle. 30 seconds for that candle to close. Still just hovering around the pre-market lows. Had trouble at VWAP. See what the bonds are doing. Hit highs up here. Pulled back, but now it's climbing again. I don't feel any, conviction right now, one way or the other. This candle is good though on the SPY. Nice green candle to start the day. Looks like it wants to break VWAP there. VWAP also, like right off the beginning, isn't as clear as you get, a few more minutes into the session. You got to wait a little bit, for it to actually be a legitimate, we're still in that auction period here. First 15 minutes or so can be pretty choppy. The Russell's been a very good, very outperforming the rest of the market, especially had a great October. I like trading something that, direction was clearer, right? So you have the Qs that still not over the 50 moving average on the daily chart. So, once these indexes go over the 50 moving average, a lot of algorithms will start to kick in and you can see some more buying. As long as that 50 holds up, the algorithms start to switch up a little bit. Pretty wide range here. Let's see what SPY's doing. It's getting tighter here. Breakout or breakdown? I think at 9:45 we can check this right now. I think at 9:45, yeah, the Chicago PMI is coming out. So it's in 7 minutes. Just be aware. Yields hitting a high. Nice push on SPY here. Now we're coming up to this level of 387.50. See if we can break out of it. It's getting scared there at our key level. Just about to the penny. Now it's refueling, coming up to try that second test. Look at this, from pre-market low right to this in this 5-minute candle. All right, guys, I'm going to end the live stream here. Just wanted to come on here for a little bit, just show you guys what I'm looking at, what I like to look at, what I'm doing. Got Ape hitting the momentum scanner. Yep, there you go. Making high a day. All right, guys, I'll see you.